All right, let's talk about what might just be the most powerful duo in modern cloud infrastructure, OpenStack and Kubernetes. We're going to dive into why this particular combination is really shaping the future of the cloud. I want to start with just one number. It's a big one, 900. What in the world could that possibly represent?
Well, that is the number of Kubernetes clusters that Mercedes-Benz, just one company, is running on its private OpenStack cloud. Now, this isn't just about showing off some massive scale. It's a huge signal, right? It shows you exactly why these giant organizations are betting so big on this specific combination.
So, to really get why this pairing is so revolutionary, we first have to meet the two main characters in our story. First up, you've got OpenStack, and you should really think of it as the bedrock, the IaaSAR, Infrastructure as a Service Foundation. It's what provides and manages all the core stuff, the virtual machines for compute, the networking, the storage. It basically lays the stable groundwork for everything else. Now, if OpenStack is that solid foundation, then Kubernetes is the brilliant conductor of the orchestra. It's the orchestration mastermind that automates everything about the applications running on top of that foundation. We're talking deployment, scaling, management, the whole shebang. So here's the crucial point, right? They operate on totally different but perfectly complementary layers. OpenStack is managing the infrastructure, the virtual machines, the network, the storage. Meanwhile, Kubernetes is managing the applications running in containers on top of all that. It's like one builds the house and the other organizes everything and everyone inside it. They don't step on each other's toes. But look, the real magic here isn't just, slapping one on top of the other. It's a much deeper integration. Okay, this evolution right here, this is the real game changer. At first, it was simple. OpenStack provided the virtual machines, and Kubernetes just ran its apps on top of them. Easy enough. But then came this incredible final step. Kubernetes started managing OpenStack's own internal services. Think about that for a second. The thing running the apps is now also running the infrastructure itself. That makes everything so much more agile and resilient. And what you get from that is this shift from a simple stack to a truly unified, totally cloud-native system. It's all API-driven, which is exactly what you want for modern DevOps. It makes everything from updates to scaling, way faster and so much more consistent. All right, so that all sounds great in theory, but what does this unified approach actually mean in the real world? Let's unpack the benefits for businesses. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? It feels like a public cloud, but it's private. That's the holy grail right there. You get that amazing, user-friendly, on-demand feel of a public cloud, but you keep all the security, the control, and the raw performance of having it all in-house. And for some industries, like telecommunications, this kind of control isn't just a nice-to-have, it's absolutely critical. They need to manage customer data speeds with pinpoint precision. They have to lock down security from the hardware up. And they need to spin up massive virtual machines without hitting some arbitrary limit you'd find in a public cloud. That's the kind of power you get with this setup. But hey, this isn't just for telcos. These advantages are huge for pretty much any large enterprise. You're talking about better scalability, way faster deployments, and just being smarter about how you use your resources. But maybe the biggest thing? The system abstracts away all that gnarly infrastructure complexity. It lets your development teams actually focus on innovating and building cool stuff instead of babysitting servers. So it's pretty clear this combination is powerful today, but it's more than that. This integration is really a platform for the future of enterprise cloud computing. Let's look at where this is all headed. And you can already see that future taking shape right now. This unified model, it's becoming the absolute backbone for some of the most critical technologies out there. We're talking 5G networks, the explosion in edge computing, and of course, massive hybrid and private clouds. Yeah, all of this is pointing in one direction, a future where the line between managing infrastructure and managing applications just blurs away. It's all driven by these huge trends like infrastructure as code, where you manage your hardware just like software, and platform engineering, which is all about giving developers amazing self-service tools. The end goal? A single pane of glass, a unified system to manage everything, making that private cloud every bit as agile and powerful as the public ones. So if there's one thing to take away, it's this. By bringing these two titans together, OpenStack and Kubernetes are completely revitalizing the private cloud. They're turning it into a real cloud-native powerhouse, and that leaves us with one big, fascinating question to chew on. With all this newfound power and flexibility, is the public cloud's dominance about to face its first real challenge?